today I've got a little story time video. I know that these videos have been insane on the internet for the past couple of months, and some of them are getting out of damn hand, just saying, but I thought that this would be really fun to share since I know a lot of people go through heartbreaks. Everyone, in fact, probably goes through 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 in their lifetime, so hopefully this should help some of you. So rewind, many years ago when I was 16 years old, I went to summer camp. And let me just paint the picture. Summer camps in Eastern Europe are probably the most fun thing ever. You get to be with, I think, hundreds of other teenagers somewhere in the outskirts of the city, and they do these fun dances every night, and then you get to hang out by the pool. So it's sort of like a little spring break for kids. It's super fun. So anyway, I met this guy. I was 16, he was 18, he was playing soccer, he was kind of playing soccer on a professional level as well. So for me, it was like a really big deal. I was like, wow, and he was very handsome, and he was older than me, so I was like, you know, like I'm younger, and it's like at that age, you think you might not get a chance. So we finally sort of started talking, and he was actually dating some girl at the summer camp, and he's like, well, I thought you didn't like me, so now she's my girlfriend. Girlfriend, okay? Who gets a girlfriend in 4 days? Anyway, so nothing happened at the camp. We just kind of, you know, we both acknowledged that we liked each other. And then a week later, I was in the other part of town, and I was kind of walking the alley. So I'm sort of walking by myself because I'm about to meet up with some friends, and I run into him. I literally just run into him. And we both took it as a sign, so we started seeing each other, and it was just, you know, like that teenage, I don't want to say love, because it was, you know, very fresh and new, but it was definitely like, boom, fireworks, oh my gosh, I'm so, like, this guy is it, this is gonna be incredible, this is amazing. So, of course, I had to ask for advice from one of my best friends at the time, and we weren't friends anymore. I mean, we're still on good terms, like we'll just say hi on Facebook and stuff like that, but we're never really, I kind of lost my relationship with them. I was friends with some mean girls, okay? These were the girls that were running the high school, and I was trying to fit in, I was trying to be cool, so these girls have authority over me, you know, whatever they would say, it's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I was like, you know, I really like this guy, like we're going out, you know, like what can I do, like I really want this to work. And she's like, Evelina, guys like when girls are mean. Like you have to be mean to him, you have to put him down, and the more you do it, the better. You should do it in front of his friends, you know, just make sure you really like show your dominance, you really show that you don't care. Horrible advice, horrible, and it's not something I would ever do because that's just not who I am. But when I was 16, I was like, okay, you know, she's been around, you know, she's dating like super handsome guys, so of course it made sense. So a couple days later, I go to one of his soccer games, and I was so mean to the poor guy. I was just like, we were in front, he finished the soccer game, and we went out with his friends after for dinner, and I was like, I put him down how bad he was at soccer, how bored I was at the soccer game. I think I might have pointed out how gross his shoes were. Girl. So, okay, but keep in mind, I am like obsessed with this guy. Like, I would like worship the ground he was walking on at the time, you know, for me, but like I did it because I was told, okay, this is what you gotta do if you want to keep a man on the leash. So anyway, I have a really strong sense of intuition, and you're gonna see through the story of how my intuition sort of played. So after the dinner, he was a gentleman, he was a really sweet guy, he was a bit of a player, but he was a really good guy. So we were walking, he walked me back home, you know, he didn't stand me up or anything. We walked back, and he was like, you know, I'll see you soon. And it's almost like something told me, okay, this is the last time I'm gonna see him. I don't know why, like I felt it. So it's like when we said goodbye and everything, I was like walking home, and I like looked back, turned back at him, and he never, like he walked the whole way and he never turned back. So then a day goes by, 2 days go by, he doesn't call, he doesn't text. So I was like, hey, you know, there's the Independence Day, which for Independence Day in Chisinau, we go all out in like the national, like in the downtown of Chisinau, and everybody's wearing flags, and there's a huge concert. So I was supposed to go with him, and I was like, hey, like, how are you doing? You know, let's go together. And he doesn't respond. So then I try to call him, and then he doesn't respond, and then I realize, I'm like, okay, this guy is never gonna talk to me again. And of course, to some of you, it might be a no-brainer, you know, if he didn't answer a text, you know, I could have thought he might be upset, he just didn't want to speak for a few days, but like, I just knew in my heart that I was never gonna see this guy again. However, this is what I told myself, and that's something I encourage every single one of you to do. It's okay to cry, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to grieve the loss, you know, of a person in your life or somebody that you thought was special. It's totally normal. You cannot deny yourself, you cannot deny your feelings. You are entitled to what you feel, you're entitled to your feelings. It's okay to feel the way that you do. And I told myself this, I looked in the mirror and I was like, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry for as long as you need to today. And after this, you're done. The pity party is done. You're gonna have to move on, you're gonna wake up, and you're gonna be okay. And that's what I did. I stood up all night and I cried my eyes out. I started crying from like 9 p.m. and finished till 6 a.m. I was crying, okay? I was one of those really ugly cries where I was looking in the mirror and I was like, he's never, you know, like just like one of those. Okay, my eyelashes got stuck together. But then the next morning I woke up and I wiped out my tears. I washed my face and I went to school. I was super tired, but I told myself that I can either let what happened affect me more or just not affect me anymore, because I let it all out, you know, I accepted the situation. It was what it was. The guy was no longer interested, or maybe he was, but it was just not what he was looking for because I was so mean and it was totally my fault that I screwed it up. But at the end of the day, I learned from it. I learned that I have to be honest with myself. Being mean to somebody is not who I am. Obviously he wasn't the one. He's happily married and he's doing really well. I believe he might still be playing soccer. I don't know, I haven't stalked him on social media. But I just think that that's something that had to happen, you know, because when you do meet the right person, everything just has to happen naturally and beautifully, and there shouldn't be like these, you know, silly mean games like, oh, I don't like you, but like I really kind of like you, so you're gonna have to figure it out, you know. That's just wrong. So yeah, if you guys made it till the end of the video, show me some love and give this video a like, because liking a video really helps me out a lot. It's pretty magical actually. It helps people find the video everywhere, which is amazing. So definitely give it a little thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed yet to my channel, also subscribe down below. And let me know if you want me to do more of these story time videos, and if you have specific requests on which stories I can tell, because I mean, I've been around, I've lived my life, I have some crazy stories up in my sleeve, but I don't know what's appropriate or not. So yeah, and on that note, I will see you in my next video. I love you guys so much. Bye!